So here's the number one tip that you need to understand going into this market, right? So number one is you got to stop and take a step back and think of your current sales funnel. And I'm gonna call it a funnel because that is in essence what your first call is. It's a funnel, right? So when you think of a funnel, you know what I mean? It's like an upside down triangle, right? And so you got a lot of calls that enter the top of the funnel, but only a few actually make it down the entire way. You get it? So I want you to buy into that because that funnel is what's going to help you protect your time. Your time is the most valuable thing. And what happens when markets rise, especially if you're originating from desperation or you have no plan, there's no strategy, you're going to play the numbers game. So the numbers game is like, hey, yeah, you talk to 10 people, you'll close one, right? And so your numbers game is, I got to talk to 10 people. Don't play that game, right? It's not worth your time. The key thing is to be efficient with your time. And so your funnel needs to do the following. Number one is it needs to determine within 5 minutes if the person you're talking to has a need for your service. Because the last thing you want to do is talk to somebody who doesn't have a need for your service. And what's going to happen is they're going to call in and say, hey, you know, I saw a mailer, I saw an ad, can you lower my rate? Right? And they're going to tell you, like, and your instinct is like, okay, well, what rate do you have? And they're going to tell you, like, man, I got a 2.5 rate. And right away, you're going to feel defeated. Right? So that's lesson number one, no matter what rate they got, the fact that they're on the phone with you or interested in hearing about what you got means that they have a need for more savings, more cash flow, some sort of need. Because human instinct is, even if they refinance during COVID, what you did was you open up more cash flow to them. And human nature, what do you think people do with more cash flow? They assign it, right? So they go pick up a new car because they got $300 extra per month. So they go buy the new car, or they rack up new debt because they could afford it. Does that make sense? So people naturally react to extra cash flow and they find a purpose for it, right? So, hey, you could save me 500 and this is what we were doing for the last year. Yeah, I could lower your rate so much. I save you 500, I save you 300, whatever it is. When you tell them that and you put it into action, they might have had a plan, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna put that to my retirement, or I'm gonna put that to my bank. But the truth is, what they end up doing is what most of society does, is they spend it elsewhere, right? So they could afford a new car, they take that extra vacation, or they get into a country club, whatever it is. So it's already spent. And these people are gonna come back, and here's the truth, is that when they come back and they try to lower their rate, because they don't know what else to say to you, right? Like, what else would they say? I want the lowest rate, lowest cost. And what it means is, I'm broke, I need help. And so you need to hear it that way. And the reason why it's important to understand that is because you're going to get hit, or you're going to hear a lot of people that you're going to talk to in the days to come that have rates lower than yours. But it doesn't mean you can't close them. You need to understand that. It does not mean like, oh, fuck, I can't touch this. You can. And here's the thing here. So going back to number one, no matter what rate they tell you, right? So if I'm talking to Jim and Jim says, yeah, Daniel, I got a fuck 1.5 30-year fixed. Can you beat it? What do you think I would say versus what everyone else would say? Everyone else would say, oh yeah, market rate's up, I don't think we can help you. Hell no. I'm telling Jim, I got you. Let me show you how to get that done. But what I'm doing is I'm quickly finding out why they have that need. Like, man, you got a 1.5, why do you need more savings? And what you're gonna find out is they got credit cards, or they got debt. So yeah, my hours drop, or yeah, my investments, my tenants aren't making their mortgage payments no more. And you gotta find that, and that becomes your sale. You see, where most LOs are going to stop and not even try, that's where us as a community, that's where we're gonna shine. Because we're going to take the time. We understand that it's not the rate that they're trying to buy. They're trying to buy breathing room. They want a result. And if you could learn how to focus on that, then that's going to set you apart.